I mean, I think you're coming right to the cutting edge of affordable housing inside politics, right? So something that's really new and different versus even maybe a decade ago is we are seeing low-income communities and communities of color coming forward and say, don't come here, don't bring resources here, it's going to be too detrimental to us over the long run. And so some of the work that we've been doing in Enterprise is helping communities understand local housing policy tools that they can use to mitigate against displacement with the infusion of new residents. And so there's always going to be a political push and pull. I mean, rare is the place like San Francisco where people may say no jobs, because generally elected officials and communities want jobs. But there have to be steps put in place far in advance of the arrival of new residents to ensure that existing residents benefit. We see that conversation coming up also around opportunity zones, which are sort of agnostic about the types of investments that have to be made as long as they're in low-income communities, and communities saying, hey, wait a minute, just bringing a lot of cash here could be really harmful.
So in particular, concern about taking some steps before, for instance, an upzoning happens before a market rate development. So it's partly about the timing of the investment and what happens before it.
Absolutely, and just to be a little more explicit, these are things like allowing inclusionary zoning, right? So that when there are new developments, some portion of new development units are set aside for existing residents and affordable to the working class, essentially.